Another question of discussion, that what is social mobility and what are the various factors that affect mobility. First of all, we understand the definition about that what is mobility. Mobility is all about the movement of an individual from one place to another. It's all about the mobility. Why the social mobility take place? In an era of the modern industrial society, the people migrate from the rural areas to the urban areas in terms of the job. At that place where the economic activity is slow, there is no industrialization. The people, in terms of earning, in terms of their survival, move from one place to the another for getting the job, for increasing their livelihood and all. It's all about the concept of the social mobility, for upgrading their status. Because we all know that in a society, the individual is always move towards focusing of changing his status from one position to the another. The social mobility is all about the individual move from one place to another in terms of changing his occupational position or the stature. What the types of the social mobility is all about, then we will focusing on the economic, social and political factors. There are basically two types of the social mobility. First is open system of mobility in the stratification. In this type of mobility, the individual move from one place to another for changing his economic status and position, and in this type of stratification, the mobility is open and there is no any sort of problem is being there, and individual can easily migrate from one places to another in terms of changing his occupation position, changing his job profile, changes economic base of the structure. Another basis is all about the closed basis of mobility. In the closed basis of mobility, caste is an important factor, as we all know that in a caste, a membership is being acquired by birth. So in this type of mobility, the movement is being totally restricted in closed mobility. But in the open mobility of stratification, an individual can easily go from one place to another with the passage of the changing his or her economic structure. What the various factors that affect the social mobility? First is all about the economic. Economic structure is all about, as the growth of industrialization is being emerging, industries increases, a manpower is being required. So the peoples from rural places to the urban places migrate to change their economic position, because as we all know, having a large structure of population, everyone is not being inclined towards agriculture because of having the law of the diminishing returns. Now, with the scope of the industrialization emerging, the peoples migrate from one place to another for changes their economic or social position. Second is all about the social mobility. Social mobility is all about when the population structure, the resources is limited, so there is no scope and the population pressure is being highly there. So the peoples are having a burden on the society because the resources is being shared among all that. So in that place, they are not in the positions to move because not having the skill or the quality is being there. Next level of the mobility is all about the political mobility. Political mobility is all about when you have a decentralization of power, when you participate in the economic or the social development process, like the Panchayati Raj system in villages. People have a power, they have a decentralization of the power from larger level to the lower level. So this is all about the concept of the mobility that we discuss in this particular question. Thank you all.